So I don't know, people know about it. Basically, we make the first RISC-V laptop. Is me as a software guy, so I wasted all my money making hardware. Just like Alan Key says. So we make the first RISC-V most expensive laptop, and then we sold it quite okay. And then we a few last generations, and then we switch. We don't make laptop anymore. We make motherboard for framework, so that we have every 6 months with a motherboard. So we can't, because RISC-V is really fast. So and we hope people can upgrade their motherboard as quick as possible, and contribute. So that is what it's like for the current version. So and today we'll talk about the upstreaming for RISC-V. It's why it's so important, and compared to other architecture I work with. So I used to run Nokia's ARM and Huawei's ARM. So ARMs can do any version, can mass produce up to KK volumes, but RISC-V is no way around it. No, impossible. So far, for example, every SoC you go through the K volume, and then 10K, and then 100K, and KK volume in 3 to 5 years. So actually, you will see RISC-V business coming into futures. So that means it's along with your software upgrade, kernel version upgrade, much more needed than any other ISA. So it's a climbing volume. Usually on other ISA, it's going shoot up and then climb. That's how it works. So and what happened here? Okay, so current status of like us, also most of our devices on the vendor kernel, and then we'll merge with Ubuntu, Debian, all the RISC-V system becomes the image. It just endless. So for RISC-V ourselves, the whole ecosystem have not enough resource, and then we waste all our time in replacing, integration, and sometimes when we are not able to do it, like Debian, the 13 come out, and people scream saying that Debian is the first one to support RISC-V, but how come it doesn't run on deep computing end of the device? Because we don't have resource to merge it. The kernel with their RISC-FS and whatever, just all the pains. And yet this is example, we got sci-fi guys here. They might not be happy about it. I don't feel happy about it. The first framework laptop, and also the first RISC-V laptop as well, we're using U7 Sci-Fi. So, and it took us, the IP is 18, isn't it? And then Paul, if I'm not wrong, right? And then to now, is the full SoC is not even finished upstreaming. So it's very painful. Painful that, and it just, the market requires to do it, but we can't do it. So, and it takes 6 years. And it's very slow, very long, and also unpredictable, because on the RISC-V side, one of the problems is more on the display side is the GPU. So it's a very manipulatory GPU. And that GPU's business models are not upstreaming models, not open source models, unless you pay for it. So, and that causes us a hell. Anyone makes SoC with a GPU, and you don't pay for it, you would not have future business. You will die with the old software. So that is the thing that I don't feel right, and also the long process, and then I don't feel it right as well. It has never happened in x86. So, and then I back to the time, and I spoke to grad, and I tried to blind them. Basically, I try to blind, I give you a laptop, and you help me to upstreaming. Do everything yourself, right? So, it's clever Chinese guy, met them in Hong Kong. Right, so, and then Greg got our second generation laptop, and then look at the patch. We gave to them is at that time 6.1 kernel patch. I say, hopeless, man. There's no way we can upstream for you. So that's the K1. K1 took now, even now, until now, is not even full upstreaming yet. It's 2 years. So, and Greg pointed me to this process. This is a presentation, a video Greg Cage done in 2008, I guess. And they said, you guys, if you lead the upstreaming so badly, why you guys do it the way as XATS does? I say, what is the way? I have no idea. I never done it before, right? On the ARM world, we know age. We never done. We only done ARM. ARM doesn't need. ARM just done it in a nano way. You pay me, I upstream slowly for you. Right now we do it going back up. So we need the pre-silicon upstream, and Joel knows about it, and then feel Emil in a lot of guys knows me how crazy to push it to get on this. So how we're going to do it? So we say shift left as much as possible and make all the SoC guy now on the FPGA, when the emulation FPGA, work on the main line and backport to LTS kernels. Usually, why SoC is so concerned, so important to work on their LTS. And then like Raylan said, we're a hardware guy, we hack around, get it to ship. That's what we do, right? So they prefer LTS. But now we're trying to shift it to them. I tell you, because usually I'm there, most of the RISC-V SoC guy, the first customer, and probably the biggest customer. I have mandates to them that if you don't do that, I won't take your chips. So that is then we push it down, become more open. And then I do more crazy thing. Most of the SoC guy in China, they don't have many maintainers, right? And then when they don't know what's right, what's wrong, when they do an upstream patch, just now, I remember into the U74, the turnaround, one patch, turnaround the submission around 10 times. It's awfully slow, painful, because people have no experience or not enough experience. It's a very painful upstream. So it costs it very long time. That's unacceptable for us now. We are downstream manufacturing of the mass produced. And probably I'm the only laptop guys here in the LPC or Summit to talk about upstreaming. Lenovo won't, Dell won't, HP won't, right? Because I'm hurt so much. And also ARM guy won't, because the ARM guy, when I was in Nokia, my Nokia feature phone have 9 ARM chip inside, but one day we can sell 1 million. Why do I care about upstreaming? Right, but RISC-V can't. So that's my saying that, and I do it crazy things that I want to shift everybody, and for us we need to upstream quicker. So that's why I crazy enough. I think I asked Drew to help, I asked Emil to help, and I asked Ranier, whoever of upstreaming to help to review our doji code, our SoC guy hacking code, right? To tell us wrong. Then so that I can have a mission KPI, one submission to the main line, get fucking accepted. Right? That's all we hope, right? Instead of 10 rounds, wasting everybody's life. I remember on deep computing, the first laptop upstreaming on the framework side, and then I remember who could say, I'm losing fucking patience. Right? I think 3 times. I agree, because maintainers only part-time jobs. Usually I receive Andy's emails around 10 o'clock at night. You know how busy they are. They have a main job and they do that. So, and of course, I want to invite anyone can happy to join our upstreaming. So earlier, I'll review. So how is the progress now? So and basically we done it in K3, and the chip is coming out the 16-core RV23. We done the open up the repository, and then. And we find a lot of big surprise, just because of the pre-silicon upstreaming surprise. So first of all, you can see the pictures. We have a 16-core, we have 2 clusters. And the SoC guys are all about money saving on silicon transistors. So they have 2 clusters. One cluster is RV23. The other side is a non-RV23. What the fuck, And then, that's not from me. That's from Greg. It's like, and Yuling, I told you 9 months ago, get us involved to review all your architecture design. Why, man, that's hardware guy, man. It's secrets, man. Right? But, that is the problem. And then even worse, and they planned, one is the performance core. The other one is the AI core or efficient core. We call it more like an ASIC, right? So they have a RVV different VLANs. So, man, I don't know, man. I'm a software guy. I don't know how to write a library for this kind of architectures, right? So that is the main things coming out of silicon. Actually, it's very good exercise, right? And then people knows what they do. And then, nevertheless, with PCIe, DMA zone across different architecture, and like Ubuntu saying that I want to generate one generic image of all the RISC-V chip, RVA23 chip, and then you need to one device tree setting across or whatever across all the chips. So those generic image then hits the DMA zone problems. And then the other thing is that we have found out, because I try to get as many as my friends to access my repository, share this, let many people to review our code before we send it to the mainline. And then initially, the hardware guys, let's put a private repository and invite people in. And because most of our guys, all the maintainer, whoever, they work for us, probably part of the competitor, right? And in Nano, probably not. Qualcomm's, whatever. So there's no way we get it to work. So and then I managed to convince the SOC guys, say, fucking open it. There's nothing valuable there, or body mistake. If somebody copy your mistake, good luck to them. Right? So public is important. That basically conform to open source is very important. And yeah, we've hit more other rules, and we got maintainer on the review, and then saying that, hey, come on, you haven't got hardware. Are you sure you want upstream? It's with my name on it. So that's the thing never done before. People come down this scare. They do reputation more than business justified reasons. And of course, and then because we're upstream, we don't have a proper hardware target. We do not know what to put FPGA everywhere, all the code. So that's all the problem.
So who is having success upstreaming to their RISC-V code to the kernel?
The problem really is not just in Arch RISC-V. I mean, could you go back to your JH7110 slide? Yeah. Pin control is its own subsystem. DRM display, it's its own subsystem. GPU, that has nothing to do with, that stuff has nothing to do with RISC-V.
Yeah. So, of course, there are certain things with RISC-V like U84, like Samuel working on. Those are related to RISC-V, still painful as well. So, but, those are because we haven't done enough research when we do an architecture design, right? So that's exactly the same as what Greg been bragging about me. I told you, it's bragging about people, if you do it on even earlier on the design, you will get this thing fixed and work closely, right? But you will see that now the RISC-V, I said apart from Tenstorrent, RISC-V, SOC guy, all Chinese. Chinese will have a problem of the willingness of open it up and invite people in. Right? Who should get in to review? because you can sit down here, all the maintainer, all the subsystem, wherever, they work for probably your competitor. I have no idea how we're going to solve this, except we go open source. So that is the thing. And all I say, I think all I want to say is that RISC-V guys here, I prefer we can have an open discussion. How do we do better? I think remotes might be do better because they have a lot more software guys than all other SoC guys. So, and people feel free to ask me questions.
Getting an SoC upstreamed is more than just RISC-V. It's all the peripherals on the SoC as well.
Yep, and you will surprise. Just now, I have a page talk about, here, it's consistent design. So when we hit K1, space mid K1 and K3, all the peripheral, 60-70% the same. It's a core upgrade, mainly core upgrade. So that means that you sacrifice first when K1 is painful, but we should get all the peripheral more than 90 there. So that is the stuff. So and any more questions? Yeah, it's I don't know whether this is technical question or.
Do you have anything to say about when people might be able to get their hands on this sort of thing? Because even with all the problems, RVA23 is still an exciting thing.
It will be in January. So January we have for the first one. But whether work on the mainline, I think we just missed the December merge window. So we might still meet the RC1 or RC2 or whatever.
So if people are interested, should they get in touch with you or?
Yeah, and I in the latest PowerPoint I have share our repository of K3. So you guys whoever interested and go in Google K3 GitHub Linux, then you will find the public repository. People can feel free to help and comment, and we try to get it upstream as possible. Very painful. Thank you.
Thank you.